And Trump aide makes an example out of India deal. Graham says tariffs behind India buckling on trade deal. Tariff on India is an example of how things change. Lindsey Graham goes on to say that India buying less Russian oil and our pressure on Russia clearly working. So tariffs on India, a good example of how things can change. This is the statement from US Senator Graham, who goes on to say that India is now buying dramatically less Russian oil. This is what the US Senator has said, asserting that tariffs imposed by US President Donald Trump on Delhi for its purchases of oil from Moscow are a good example of how things can change. My colleague Rohit Sharma continues to stay with us. Rohit, so the US Senator Graham is essentially saying that the tactic to impose tariffs on countries has actually worked, and India being the prime example of it.
Well, look, Senator Graham has been one of the most, vocal critics about India purchasing oil from Russia. I think, a lot of people believe that he was the one who had asked the administration to look at penalizing India because India was buying the oil from Russia. He's criticized the Russians a lot. He said a lot of things, and then he's done, a lot of talking in the past 6 months or so. In fact, introducing a bill to increase tariffs up to 500% on countries that were buying oil from Russia. So I think, people were looking at him to see what he would say after this deal was announced. And Senator Graham, true to his word, trying to also ensure that his past comments are not taken lightly. So I think he chose those terms and those words to say that, he kind of made an example of it. But look, there is reality as well. India has reduced oil purchase from Russia. Now we could attribute it to what Lindsey Graham is saying, or India diversifying its imports. So, again, I think he's choosing to go more political way and choosing to make sure that people, in America feel very happy about what he has done. But reality is, yes, India has, reduced its oil purchase from Russia. But then I think I probably would attribute it more to India understanding that India has more options to diversify its imports.
Right. And Rohit, do we have any update on when is this trade deal going to be signed by both the countries?
The timeline, we're getting varying responses, Anjali, at this point in time. One source told me that it could be as early as in 4 to 6 weeks. Somebody said it could be by the end of this month. So we'll have to wait and watch. Both the sides are working on it. We might have, something or maybe a lead on it, possibly tomorrow. But I think right now it's very fluid, but it's not going to take forever. It's not going to take more than, 3 months or so. I think they are trying to announce it ASAP, which could be 2-3 weeks or maybe 6 weeks. We'll definitely have something out sooner rather than later.
All right, Rohit, so that's the update. It might take 4 to 6 weeks for the deal to be signed. Rohit, do stay with us.